Welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Tom DePaoli. Purpose of this video is to give you my insights and more tips into the book Kaizen Creativity. Again, Kaizen Creativity insights I will share with you and the hard knocks lessons I learned in doing Kaizens. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Copies of this video are available later and instructions on how to get it. Share forward hard knocks lessons learned. As you can see in this, I have 9 other books that could help you. This is the mission of Apollo Solutions. Share and pay forward the hard knocks lessons learned in life, career, and business. I'm sharing with you today the hard knocks lessons I learned from Kaizens. Here's a synopsis of it and the copyright. It's available on Amazon, and it's really a great guide to Kaizens for the experienced and inexperienced Kaizen leader. Here's a little bit of my background. I'm a Lean Six Sigma black belt. Some of the lessons learned you will find out in this book. There are many of them spread throughout the book. This book is definitely my way of doing a Kaizen with my preferences, which generated from the hard knocks lessons learned. They've been tested. Chapter 1 talks a little bit about the Kaizen tools and the results. I believe in the Kaizen process, and I hope you won't be offended by my fervor. I do realize that a Kaizen is not always the right tool for process improvement. Chapter 2 covers how a novice and experienced Kaizen leader should read the book. It covers chapter order and reading tips. Why do a Kaizen? Make sure it's the right process improvement technique. Use people who actually do the work. Do a value stream analysis. Find out the voice of the customer. Make sure you know the difference between the as-is and the to-be processes. Again, make sure the Kaizen is the right tool. Here's some of the tools. Can't go into them in great detail, but if you do buy the book, it will show you how to use these tools, how to teach the tools, and things like that. Again, I can't cover them in very great detail, but one of the things about a Kaizen is that brainstorming is also a tool that helps the Kaizen progress rapidly. I do share a lot of success stories in the book, and a lot of them are also on my website. Okay. And you can see them as you go through the book. They've actually worked, and some of the results are just astounding. You can make it fun. You can make the charter fun. You can walk the process. You can test the process. And brainstorming in chaos is fine. Reach consensus by what you're going to do and how you're going to have fun with it. I did a couple things to help people grasp the project. One was ordering a book on Amazon to give you a process look at that. And they did do a project to find out why people left items in the shopping cart. Also talked about a process of buying a coffee at Starbucks and identifying the voice of the customers. So that's one thing that you can get out of the book. It's hard to put together what I call the SIPOC, but it's very valuable. I also give an example of changing oil. and all the steps involved in that. Aren't a lot of people who do that nowadays, but it's interesting to look at it and see how the steps can be improved. I do provide PowerPoints and a Kaizen roadmap and ground rules in Kaizen tips in Chapter 10. They're very helpful. Chapter 11 gives you a roadmap of a Kaizen, list of tools, and a sequence. I strongly recommend you train the participants in the tools before the actual Kaizen events. And again, don't procrastinate on the implementation. Make it happen. Charter must be very well thought up and defined and measurable. What is the defect that you're trying to correct? Identify the right customers. Do not fake doing the process. Actually go out and do it. Create a storyboard to tell your story about the Kaizen. Very intense preparation. You can do a lot of the work ahead of time and meet with the team members and facilitators ahead of time. Make sure the goals are clear for each Kaizen meeting. Have a clear agenda and stick to it. Make the ground rules visible, get consensus on them, and stick to them. Have start and finish times. Have a blameless environment. Work to function as a team and build team building exercises. Know what the next steps are. Lay it out. You're going to have trouble with some bad actors and figure out how to deal with them. Be patient. Try to get everyone involved in doing hands-on stuff. Do team training on the tools. Get team consensus on the as-is and to-be process. This is important. Assign actions to individual team members. Communicate the status well to other people besides the team. Here's some common mistakes. You get a champion who really doesn't believe in the process. Lack of preparation is one of the number one ones. Poor meeting preparation. Too much time on the tools and delaying implementation are the most egregious mistakes. Here's some roles that are in the book: steering committee, Kaizen office, champion, belts, and executive support. There's a better explanation of this in the book. There's an entire workbook that you can follow that's very helpful when you're running your first Kaizens or even later ones. There's a glossary of terms. I think you'll find this very useful when people start talking about Kaizens and the concepts. Do not be dogmatic about terms. You got to be flexible in what they really mean. Here's an overall map of what happens in a Kaizen. Define the as-is, analyze the delays and streamline the process, create the to-be. Pretty simple, straightforward process. Here's a roadmap. Again, in the book, it shows you what you do and in the order you do it. Voice of the customer is important. Okay. Analyzing delays is important. And make sure you get consensus on the new process. Make sure you have an implementation plan. The charter must be bulletproof. Again, here's the book. It's available on Amazon. I think you'll like it, so give it a try. Here's some facts about me. I've had a lot of experience in process improvement in other areas: supply chain, procurement, transformation. There are 12 books available on Amazon written by me. So once again, hopefully you'll gain a lot of knowledge and lessons learned from the book. Here's some contact information, which I'll provide to you if you ask for it. Again, here's what's important, and I told you before. Just email me, and I can get you copies of the presentation quickly. Also, a lot of the Kaizen events and the results are on my websites, drtombooks.com. Use my books. Once again, give them a try. I think they will help you. I call my 9 business books a way to get a hard knocks MBA. Real world results, real world techniques, and sharing the lessons that I learned. Hope you enjoyed my advice. Thank you for your time. I know it's precious, and I hope you appreciate what I've gone over today. Finally, please subscribe to my channel. More videos will be coming shortly. Again, thank you for your participation. I really appreciate it.